you can tell our legs. Here's the one thing I think that we're kind of starting to get, though, is to not endure the practice, but to finish no matter how you feel. I thought that they tried to push themselves. They're obviously, at this time in camp, things get, but the key is do you let it bother you, or do you still focus on the details? And I think that they're still trying to get that done, and that says a little bit about what they've learned about themselves from a character standpoint. So feel good about that. We got we're hit with the injury bug just a little bit. Davon Reddick, who was having a heck of a camp, he kind of fell on his wrist, and we didn't think much about it, and the x-ray shows he'll probably need surgery. So but you know what, he'll recover. He really was having a great camp. I want you to know that. I feel real bad about that. But
is that a season type thing?
It's one of those deals, too early to tell. I know the surgery is on Wednesday. Then they'll kind of give us the, when they get in there exactly.
Wednesday tomorrow or Wednesday tomorrow? Okay.
Is that something that happened today, or is it something that happened over the weekend? It just now kind of flared up.
It actually happened yesterday. Okay. He didn't, he just, what I'm saying, and it tells you about the kid's toughness. Mm-hmm. And then as they kind of started to examine it, they said they better get in an x-ray. Sure enough.
I could have son broke a wrist that way last winter.
You just don't really, it's like, God, I didn't write. But
when you've got some guys like Favors, I noticed he's in red. Elliott's still in red. Frantescu's still in red. And
right.
Bowman is. Are any of those really? I mean, Elliott is one I would think you would.
Yeah, he's and it's one of those high ankle sprains, which tell me the difference between a high, a mid, or a low. It's an ankle sprain, but I guess those high ones
take a lot longer to heal.
Harder for the medicine to get up that high.
I guess, right? I guess you can't tape it that high. I don't know, but and then in the other two, Bowman and Charles, they've had some knee issues. We're getting the MRIs on those just to rule out anything, but right now just precautionary. We don't think it's anything serious.
And Mitch still can't go with the plantar fasciitis?
No, he's still, he's been doing a lot in the pool as far as conditioning and that kind of thing, but there's still a hot area in there, I guess. That goes with. I'm no doctor.
Just out of curiosity, Rocky Long had came out yesterday and said he's kind of considering not punting inside the 50 because he feels like they're giving up downs. I know the high school coach in Arkansas did.
Yeah, there's
one
actually
guy that never punts.
He never.
Well, and I think
Air Force goes for it on
Coach
fourth.
Bravo up there at
Monarch.
Yeah. They're in that same mode, right?
Yeah.
That are kind of a non-punt deal. I mean, there's a lot of guys that adhere to that. Call me old school, but I think you still win off field position. And, not that we wouldn't go for it if it's short yardage, or anything like that. But, your odds of scoring from different parts on the field go up astronomically based on where the ball is. So maybe we'll try it. What the
hell? Does it surprise you, though, that I mean, it's been successful, obviously, in high school. Does it surprise you?
No, I mean,
coaches,
theoretically, it really, when you sit and then you look at the percentages, and especially, so let's say you're 3rd and 6. Now, it's, you could actually be a rundown to get in 4th and manageable. You're not always thinking of it as a pass and some things like that. So, it is kind of interesting, and I'm not sure I've got that in me yet.
What kind of camp is Crocky Gilmore having?
For not really practicing at all in the spring, I've really been happy, especially in his blocking. I think he's taken that to heart and understands for him to be a complete football player. That's something that he really has to work on, and he's, what he is, he's working on it. And his footwork is getting better every day, and so to complete be a complete player, he's got to get better at that.
So you're pretty comfortable with him as a receiver
already? Yeah, I mean, he's got good hands, he runs good routes, that kind of stuff, but, that's just part of it. The thing about being a great tight end and being a versatile tight end is a guy that can do both, be able to really work and be effective in the run games, especially in your one-back, 3-wide receiver sets, and then obviously be as a pass catcher.
Does it surprise you a little that you got 3 guys from the same high school program in that top offensive group when you look at Crockett, Austin, and Weston?
I think that, you know, that's one of those deals that you know, it's interesting, you know, when you get recruiting and when you get a guy out of an area, you know, sometimes he goes home and spreads the word about what a great place it is, and that's something we've got to do. You got to let your current players do the recruiting for you, especially in those places that aren't just right next door. So it's not surprising that we got players out of there, and of course, from where they're from, we all know that's really good football down there.
It is something to remind me.